We bow to she who wears the crown. Let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, her snow enshrouds the dead. Her fury sheds but frozen tears as grey clouds issue forth. Her wind across the wasteland shears, bringing blizzards from the north. Ice-kissed flowers caught mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tomb, stilling in her cold embrace. All the world's in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Behold her everlasting rhyme, see how it covers all. Weep not for those she traps in time, behind her glacial wall. Sovereign of summer's lost, general of winter's war, long live the queen of cold and frost, may she reign forevermore.
Hello! Hello! Ben, you've played the damn game. Hello, 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 hello.
Hi.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna put that over here. Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight quiz night. My name is John, and I am joined by Jeff, who has Friend Cthulhu back again now, which was concerning. He was gone earlier. I worried where he was.
Having a lunch break.
Ben is here.
Hello. It's good to see you all. Well,
Aim-
I can't see you, but one day.
We're working on that technology. We're joined by Angel,
Hi.
who has taken a break out of Genshin Impact streaming to join us for a quiz about Genshin Impact.
This is all your fault.
Rogue is here.
I regret everything.
Good, you should.
And-
Get used to it, don't you worry.
And Richard is also here.
He is, yes.
And we are here to once again do the pub quiz, or the quiz night. How this works is I have 4 rounds of 10 questions on varying topics. One topic as picked by the person who scored lowest last month. And the other 3 chosen by, well, me. Me, I get to choose them. Ha 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 ha. So this month, you are going to be faced with questions on Genshin Impact. It's spooky season, so I've decided there's a round on Halloween.
The movie or the event?
The event, the spookiness times.
Spoopy.
I have
This
a
is Halloween.
slightly, possibly the longest title I've ever given a round, which is the Destiny Trivia Quiz for people who haven't played Destiny.
Yeah.
I'm out
I
of
like
that
the
quiz then.
second part of that.
I'm out of that round then.
How up to date are you on Destiny? Because I know it's not very.
it just says have played Destiny, and I have played Destiny, so the title's
I mean-
not specific enough.
It's one of those things. If you haven't played Destiny, I've recently been into CEX. You can get the full collection for £2.
And then general knowledge.
General knowledge.
I feel like we need to rename that category as John knowledge.
Very specific knowledge.
So, as
John
per
knows this
usual,
now. Yeah.
one how this works is I will read out the questions, you will write down the answers. At the end of each round, we will check that you've got the answers correct, and we will give you scores. If you want to play along at home, do feel completely free to write down your answers, but do not share them in the chat until we are marking the answers and have marked the answer to that question. Please ignore Ben and Jeff if they are about to say please share the answers.
Remember, whatever John says, to do the exact opposite. That is the game for you in the chat today. Whatever John tells you to do the exact opposite.
That
So in
is
this instance,
inaccurate.
put all of the answers into the chat. That's how you win, you see. You get the right answers into the chat.
Rogue Trader has just resubscribed for 13 months in a row. Holy moly, 13 months. What did I do to deserve this? Please share the answers to me instead.
Yeah. No, the chat, always in the chat.
The desperation in your voice.
You need some honor, you know. Gotta win fairly or it's not worth it.
And I will now say don't give them to Rogue either.
Yay! I
As,
felt left out.
as apparently Rogue was feeling upset that I didn't call him out on asking to have the question shared with him.
Look, if I'm going to engage in disgraceful behavior every stream, I want to be called out for it.
Okay, and before we start, it's time to name your teams. So, Jeff.
Snicket is Spoop.
Snicket is Spoop. Ben.
I am going to be... I'm the quest giver, the quest king. Because Jack Skellington is the Pumpkin King. He's already taken that title.
Drunken words.
Quest giver. That might be a little long.
It's obviously just pushing everyone else up. Okay, I'll tell you what, make it easy. I'll be the Q King.
You might have to be the Q King.
I'll be the Q King. No one else's will be there.
I'm also going to take away your points from last month.
No, I need them, John. You can't take them away from me. How else am I going to win outstandingly?
Angel, I am assuming you're going to be called Angel.
Yes, please.
Rogue.
Do I go with a pun? Can you give me some answers?
Oh boy.
Nice.
Can you give me answers will fit, so
I'll take that.
as long as Richard doesn't mind having a name about as long as Zaphod.
Come on,
Especially if Richard would like to keep the name Zaphod exactly, because that'll fit.
I shall keep the name Zaphod exactly.
Thank you.
Answers are to be given to Richard then.
Yeah, it needs to be kept the same. So in all the trophy I'm making, where it lists all my victories, you know, it makes sense.
I apologise to anyone for the pronunciations that are about to follow.
John, there's a whole video on how to pronounce these names.
Yeah, I know, right?
Did
Have you not been preparing?
no?
Terrible.
We now start.
Yes, we now start.
We now start with a round on Genshin Impact.
I was expecting it on terrible accents.
Please no.
Question 1. How many nations are there in Teyvat?
Released or as a
Oh
total?
no.
They did not specify. How many nations are there in Teyvat?
All right, I'm gonna write two different answers.
Okay.
Wait, this is your subject matter of expertise. You should only be allowed one answer.
Well, I think as long as she gives a full answer, as in explaining what's going on, because I can see the frustration of like, well, in this sense, there's 50 million, but if you look at it another way, or if you're taking this into consideration, it's 20 million.
This is going to be a long quiz, isn't it?
I think so. I'm afraid so. I'm so glad that my couple of days playing it and only just getting
Really
out of
prepared for
Mondstadt
this.
really got me going.
I've literally never played it. The most I've looked at it is looking up character names for that pun. So it's just
I
be like,
must say, when it came down to it, I was so tempted just to say, and now I would like to choose and name my team after the best character entirely of Genshin, Lisa. Just for the sake of it. Oh, I am certain Angel will be killing me after that.
A little bit.
Just because you have your favorite.
wait, isn't Mona a character as well?
Yep.
Is the next question, is Mona a character? Is that the next question?
That is not the next question. The next question
Anymore.
is question 2. Which
Funny
of
that.
the following characters has the highest total elemental burst multiplier?
I'm in the wrong quiz.
I'm gonna assume you mean before the addition of artifacts. So
no.
Again, they didn't specify in the quiz. I haven't bought Genshin Impact and spent 50 hours unlocking everything.
it's free to play.
Yes, but I
There's
was...
no excuse. I have been playing it and I don't know.
Tartaglia, Raiden Shogun, Shungyun, or Amber.
Is Ryder Shogun? Is that one person?
That is one character, Raiden Shogun.
Raiden Shogun, right?
What was the first character again?
Tartaglia. In brackets,
Tagliatelle?
Childer.
Oh, chilled.
I mean, Amber's nice. Amber's nice. It doesn't really answer the question because I think out of all that lot, Amber's the only one I've met so far.
I'm literally going with what I heard for that first answer. So, when I say it to the other end, you might give me grief.
There's a certain freedom in knowing I don't know anything about this topic. So, you know.
And don't get me wrong, some of my answers for this one, I'm pretty sure, are just going to end up being yes.
One of these. One of the above.
The character in Genshin Impact. It's technically correct.
Question
That's
3.
kind of correct.
Who in the following characters has the highest charge attack multiplier?
Yes.
Lisa, Klee, Mona, or Sucrose? See, Mona's a character. I've been informed of this. I assume they all are characters.
Are you sure though?
I assume. I know.
But are you sure?
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. The sucrose may just be a sugar.
Yes, all of those are characters.
See, there we go. Now
Are
I'm
you
sure.
sure?
And I'm still
honey,
Ben.
honey, do, 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 do.
Question 4. What is the name of the current Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
Favonius, the current Grandmaster, not the acting Grandmaster, right?
I said the words I have written down. That is What is the name of the current Grandmaster of
Oh,
the Knights
dear.
of Faveo?
Is it like the boxing associations where there's different ones?
Favonius.
I just love the fact that no matter who gets the most points in this round, John has lost for the absolute lack of specificity.
I
So
can't
that's
be
the aim for
specific.
next one.
I can be as specific as the questions that I've been given are.
That just sounds like an excuse there, Jen. Not gonna lie.
Helps that I literally just did this quest, so I know his name.
His.
Him!
His. Okay.
Dang.
I don't know the answer.
That still doesn't tell you the answer, because you're
It
never
never-
going to get it.
It narrows it down. I assume. For all I know, every character in that could be a man. I
We know
don't
who it's not.
Do you ever get in sort of like that chill vibe state where there's only like 2 entry points? There is one
Well, I can
where you
cross
find a
that one off
round
then.
embarrassingly easy, and so you just sort of sit there swaying and vibing. Or you have the other one, which is where I am, where you know shit all, and therefore you're just chilling out and vibing and putting down the first thing that pops into your head because it's as likely to be right as anything else.
Well, my first answer was definitely wrong, so I put down that one, and it is definitely right. I am apparently, yes, it must be.
Returning to your multiple choice questions,
That's good.
which of the following characters can heal using elemental skill? Mona, Kea, Diluc, Seiyu.
Is it just one of them?
It is just one of them.
Can you repeat the answers?
Mona,
I don't know whether that's going to help you.
Kea, Diluc, Seiyu.
We're halfway through. We're halfway through.
You're over halfway
Next
through.
round
That
is
was
going to be.
that
we
was
don't
question
know.
5. That was question 5.
What you don't know about this round is that this one is actually 50 questions long. Do not do that now, John.
I
saw
couldn't
a
do
smile
that
on
if
your
I
face.
wanted to. I don't have that much knowledge about Genshin Impact, which clearly I have a lot of knowledge about.
Internet, yay!
Even the internet was not helpful.
Internet, not yay.
Question 6. What is the Japanese name of Ningguang?
Ningguang, honey.
There you go. Exactly what I said.
Is that the
I don't
answer?
think is that a character? And you see it in the Japanese version, they have a different name.
Some of them do, yeah.
Right.
Oh, so yeah, because Mingguan would be a Chinese name, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Ooh, let's see.
Right, there's the Avatar reference.
Don't bring up Avatar. 'Cause I don't know Avatar either. I don't want to go from one thing I don't know to another thing I don't know.
My cabbages.
Cool. John, I'm telling you this now. If I get the least points this week, my round is Avatar, The Last Airbender. telling you this now.
You
Wait, one
you
second.
mean that
Just remember
excellent
these
live
questions
action
quick.
film from M. Night Shyamalan?
No. No, and frankly, you deserve to be on fire. Just for mentioning it.
Ben has run over to his bookshelf.
Sorry about that.
You're right.
Hey, I just realised I left the candle on in the background. I was
Oh,
wondering,
I-
I should.
I thought you were getting your Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
original manga.
No.
Your
I just have the
encyclopedia of
answers on the
Genshin
screen at
Impact.
the moment.
You're reading them in the glasses, are you? Zoom in, enhance. Flip the image.
That didn't help.
Speaking of criminals,
Writing
where the
stuff
hell
backwards.
did I put my matches?
Right. Get full gear on this. Yes. This helps.
Question 7. Again, pronunciations. How many Fatui harbingers are there?
Is this at the start of the game or after you've killed a bunch of them off?
Again?
Spoilers.
Oh no, don't tell me Doctor Who's involved in this. I'll never get the answers.
Oh yeah. I just realised, since the last quiz, the entirety of the experience of Cyberpunk Edgerunners has existed. And I don't know how to feel about that.
Huh. That is one which I need to do. I've come up with an idea on how to burn them now. I think I can do this, and I think it'll look nice.
Wait, Cyberpunk Edgerunners?
Yeah, I got asked by someone, I think it was yourself on the last time we did this, that it would be a cool thing to burn. And I think I could do the main... I only watched 2 episodes, so maybe 3.
I'm assuming this isn't some manner of book burning type ceremony, but an artistic expression.
No. Well, Cameron, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but
Ben does pyrography.
I do, yes, pyrography and stuff like that. Try and make it so
There you
that
go.
Cameron can actually pick something up. Yeah, there we go. So I burn things onto things. There's a more elaborate example. And
Ooh.
one of the ones which I got requested is to do the edge runners, and I think I could do that effectively with one head looking off to the direction and one directly towards. And their style is something which I think I can emulate. So in which case that is one of the things coming up.
Ah.
Ben
Potentially.
is not sponsoring us, by the way.
No.
One of the other things coming up is question 8, which is...
No!
What is the name of the sea monster that Beidou defeated?
8. I thought the last. Oh, I missed one.
It's definitely 8. This one, like,
What was the last
Oh.
one you answered?
The one about how many Fatui harbingers?
And then before
Yeah,
that?
that was 7.
It was 7.
Wait, is that the answer or the question?
That
Boy.
would be
Go-
incredible if that really was the case.
Right,
That
question
would
8.
be
Go on then.
amazing, John, if you had actually done that. Called
My
out
mind
like
is just
that.
so fried on this, and I've lost track of what the
Okay.
questions are.
So question 8. What is the name of the sea monster that Beidou defeated? Bedo? Badayo? Badawi?
Beidou.
Badayo.
Abadie.
That's like the Badayo just sounds like it was born from a bidet.
I don't know.
2 days before D-Day.
I'm now picturing it as being just like the sound like a bullet ricocheting. Badaw! Hello, my name is. Badaw!
It's like that old Brian Laurel.
yes, yes.
My name is.
My name is Slim Shady.
Assault on a police officer is a serious crime. I'm sure it is,
sure
but I
it
just said my
is.
name. That's when they
Unless
break.
The war has dramatically changed. Giving your address to a police officer certainly isn't.
Is that when they pretend to break at the end when he hits him with a cricket bat?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, Stephen, that really hurt."
Yeah.
I've
Too
got
hard. That was too hard.
I've got to ask, if assaulting assaulting a police officer is a crime, what about if it's just a bit of pimienta?
Question
I
9.
always wonder whether it's better to pepper them instead of assault them.
Question 9. Which version did Scaramouche first appear in?
The Fandango.
Angel, I hope you're happy with yourself.
Yes, they sound particularly happy with themselves.
See, that could be a number or a word. Like, I don't-
I have the version
Help.
number.
I'm vacillating between 2 different answers, so
Oh no.
I will point out I have the version number. I don't know if it was named. I will try and investigate that.
can you is it his first release or his first appearance?
Yes.
How was the question worded?
What version did Scaramouche first appear in?
The appearance.
Right. Dang. Oh, God.
Is that the
Don't
version?
worry,
Is that
by
the
the seams
version?
of things, you have an 8-question buffer at the moment.
I apparently have also now found the name of the update, so I will accept the name or the version number. I don't know if that
literally
helps
looking
in
around
any
now.
way.
I am now looking for anything else that I can use for next time's topic.
Does this thing of picking the topic, is this an exercise in spite?
The idea is supposed to
This one
be that
was.
the problem was we had a number of them where it was the victor chose what the next one was, thereby meaning that always one person would pick something that they were really interested in, and therefore they would know a lot about it, and then the next month they would have about a 10-point or so advantage over everybody else. So we then decided that the person who came in last should pick something that was interesting to them.
And we
Some
instantly
people-
regretted it.
Some people take that as, let me try and pick something that I know that nobody else does.
Yes.
No, I would have picked a different one, but they were bugging. But both, I think it was Ben and Rogue were bugging me about what I should pick, so I picked this out of spite to them. I would have picked a much easier one if they hadn't been pushing me to pick their topic.
Other
Don't
times
blame
it is
us
definitely
just because
spite.
we're wrong.
Oh yeah, no, I entirely knew this round was spite.
But finally for this round,
Yay!
who is the only 4-star character with their own elemental burst cutscene? Those are sure words, I said. I know what they all mean in their own separate things, and I can probably string most of them together to work out what the sentence means, but it... Yes. How are people feeling?
I failed.
I mean, multiple choice, numbers, questions. So, like, you know, it's
I failed.
Corporeal?
I exist.
In a linear fashion. I'm going to start with Angel as we go down the
Okay.
answers. And I'm going
that
to say,
should make things quicker.
Angel, how many nations are there in Teyvat?
Okay, if we're talking about nations currently released in the game, it's 4. If we're talking about nations overall, it's 7.
You are correct, it is 7.
Well, that was definitely
That's probably be the only one I get right in the entire game.
Damn it, I put 3.
I
It could have been
put
50,000 for all I knew. I was.
my thinking was I think there are about 7 elements, and each one is represented by a god, and each nation has a god, so it made sense, I guess.
Ben, which of the following characters has the highest total elemental burst multiplier?
I put down Raiden.
Wrong.
Ah.
I also put down Raiden.
Richard.
I also put down.
Ro.
Tagliatelle Childer?
Angel.
Shit, I thought it was Tartaglia. Crap.
Oh wow!
According to the website I looked at, it was Amber.
What?
That
Really?
doesn't sound right at all.
Amber's one of the first ones you meet. I mean,
She's also not even one of the ones you have to pay for. There is no way she is a better.
is it
Elemental
a case of
one-
is it because you had to build her up?
I
know
don't
I'm
know.
asking you, John. I don't think you're going to have the answer in front of you. But
Okay, how exactly is the question worded again?
Who in the following characters has the highest total elemental burst multiplier?
Um,
it'll be something that builds up because she's literally one of the first level characters, which you are
Yeah,
most
but
likely
don't
to
don't,
get rid
don't you have
of.
to keep on keep on essentially buying them over and over again to unlock all their proper abilities?
I have no idea.
yeah, that just does not sound right.
Well, that's what I have as the correct answer, so that's what we're going with.
Okay.
Fight, 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 fight.
Jeff,
Hello,
who in the following characters has the highest charge attack multiplier?
Mona.
No. Richard.
Sucrose.
No. Rogue.
That's just sugar.
I also went Mona.
Angel.
Oh, Klee.
Ben.
I went sucrose.
Again, according to the website I got the questions from, which I am assuming is completely 100% accurate, it is Lisa.
Get well. First level, eh?
No, I'm really starting to think there's something wrong.
Well, that's certainly right. I mean, we're going through this quiz at the moment. Oh, you mean with the?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm going with the answers that I found, and I am not researching them any further.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
I mean, it does kind of
be a
make
case
sense.
of
It does
building
kind of
them
make
up.
sense though, because you're right. These are the characters you get at the start of the game, but they're
So you
also
have
some of the
most
rare
potential to
characters.
sort of build them up, maybe.
Yeah, but you build them up basically by unlocking them in the packs as you would the other characters, and I think Lisa's supposed to be one of the rarest.
No, Lisa, Amber, Kaya are the three that you get to start off with.
You get them to start off with, but if I remember this right, in order to progress their abilities, level, essentially unlock their super abilities, you have to keep unlocking them in the packs.
No, they're buyable in the shop.
But even so, you have to keep unlocking the packs. You either spend a lot of money or are very, very fortunate in the unlocks.
Yeah, but it's the same thing for all the characters. But those three characters are the only ones you get for free.
But they're at the lowest level. They're also probably the rarest to unlock to be able to level up in that way.
Okay, I'm assuming you're talking about their constellations, and if you're
I
talking
am,
about
yes.
that, that's
Yeah.
no, that's for those three. It's not hard at all.
Okay.
The ones that are harder to level up are the ones that you can get from the gacha pulls when they do the banners.
I also can't find anywhere that tells me what that stat is, so I can't actually research it.
I must admit, just listening to the last
Given-
conversation, I feel like I need that filter with all the numbers. So I got so lost with that.
Richard, what is the name of the current Grandmaster of the Knights of Fav?
Oh, that is, of course, Victor.
Close. Rogue.
I've lost track. What question are we on? 3?
4.
Oh,
Oh. I'm going with my namesake, Ganyu.
Angel.
Varka.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, because I've got it here that it's supposed to be Raiden.
The Knight of Falalala is supposed to be Raiden?
No, the leader of the Knights of Favonius is Varka. The damage multiplier is Raiden. So I was still wrong, but so's whatever website you were looking on.
Question 5. Which of the following characters can heal using elemental skill? Richard.
that would be Diluc.
Angel.
Save.
Ben.
What?
I
Damn
also
it!
put Seiyu.
No, it is Sayu.
Well, then I
Uh-oh.
assume that, again, the website's wrong, because it's telling me that it's Kaya.
Kaya can't even heal.
It's just turning into an interesting round.
You can even ask Ben. He'll have just gotten Kaya. He can tell you Kaya has no ability to heal.
Trust me, asking me is not going to be much good unless I turn the game on. Actually go and check. I'm not even sure that I actually have Kaya.
You should. He's given to you when you do the same quests with Amber and Lisa.
Amber and Lisa. Maybe, Ben. Is he the ice one?
Yeah, he's the dark-skinned one who's got the eye patch.
The eye patch?
Yeah, he's got an eye patch.
I might
For
have to keep
spoiler
Cooper
reasons
Taro
in the
to actually
story.
Take a look.
But yeah, no, he's the ice guy, and he is not a healer.
Huh. Eye patch. Did he have an eye patch?
Question 6. What is the Japanese
Isn't a
name
healer, but still.
of Ningguang? Angel.
Oh, I know this one. Gyoko,
Correct.
So
because it was really close to
Oni-san.
Gyoko.
Ben,
Uh,
how many Fatue Harbingers are there?
There were 300 strong who stood in a pinnacle point for the armies of 100. I have no idea.
I fear that 300 is not the right answer. I believe you are thinking of Spartans.
The same thing, aren't they? Interchangeable, they must be.
Jeff,
12.
Richard,
5.
Rogue,
7?
Angel.
11.
Correct.
11.
Aw.
That's a
So
ridiculous
close.
number. That's
You
a
were
ridiculous.
so close. Well, that's because the Tsaritsa is supposed to be the 12th position.
Well, I'm blaming her.
You were so close.
Jeff, what is the name
Hello.
of the sea monster that Badow defeated?
Bob.
Yes!
I put down the exact same answer.
Richard, Rogue.
I put Fire Snake. Again, no idea.
The
Rogue.
Great Whale of Snefru.
Angel.
Okay, this was one that I really struggled with. It's either Hai Shen or Hai Shan.
Correct.
Which one did you choose?
You struggled over pronunciation?
Correct.
Well, I could.
That I have Haishan.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, hi, Shan. They come into the chat, have they? Just don't forget, put all your answers into the chat so we can...
Angel, which version did Scaramouche first appear in?
Oh man, I struggled on this one too. Almost positive it was 1.1.
Correct.
Oh,
thank God.
Golden decimal points.
I can't give out my comically long answer then.
Jeff, what was your answer?
I mean,
Version 4.2.1.3 Service Pack 8.
Yes.
so I went on a bit of a bit, and I did 1.1.3.8893. Since that starts with 1.1, can I get that?
No.
Because that's not how numbers
Half a
work.
point. Let him just
You
half
can
a
have
point.
half a point, apparently.
Oh dear.
Yay!
I put down version 2, the Fandango.
It was also titled A New Star Approaches.
That sounds like a Brawl thing. Are they trying to get into Brawl?
And
New challenger
finally,
approaches.
anyone.
I love that word.
Who is the only 4-star character with their own elemental burst cutscene, I hope?
Go
Sucrose.
on, go to
Barbara.
bed.
It is Barbara.
Barbara.
Oh.
Yeah, you know,
Barbara,
that Genshin character, Barbara.
There's a character called
Suddenly John doesn't seem like such a bad answer.
Please, I'm not a 4-star character, I'd be a 5-star, I
It's all
assume.
going like Diluc and Gaio, and then they go, Oh, Barbara, come and help.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
Okay. All right. D-Luke is the name for a character in the Mondstadt region, which is very European inspired. That's also where Barbara is from. What was
He
the other
also
name
get-
you gave?
He also gets his own cutscene.
I was just saying words. I'm not sure. I mean, I tried to do the one that that Rogues called himself.
Ganyu? Ganyu is from Liyue, which is the Chinese-inspired area.
I mean, even if it's right and it's European inspired, Barbara in a computer game is still a funny name.
I don't know.
Even if they're trying to pick an English or European style name, Barbara's still funny.
It's the Tiffany
I mean-
problem.
She got the reason she's the only 4-star with a elemental burst animation is because they were actually testing whether they could do the animations without without battle continuing. So it was checking to see if that could interrupt the battle processing, so that as you were sort of like a Sailor Scout transformation, are you going to get shot in the head while you're doing it?
Anyway, at the end of that round, Jeff.
I got 1. I'm quite pleased with myself.
Quest Giver the King.
I got nothing.
Angel.
I got 8.
Ganyu.
Half.
Zaphod.
0.
Sweet.
Oh, we're doing so well.
And we plough on into round 2.
Another
pretend
bloody
this never
computer game
happened.
I've not played.
If you don't win this, Angel.
This month, it's spooky season. You may have seen. And so it is Halloween-themed round 2. So I'm going to start with question 1. What is a group of witches called? What is a group of witches called?
There are so many old-fashioned jokes, which immediately pop to mind.
The problem
None of
is
which
that
would
I
be
can't give
rewarded.
the right answer, which is the bitches at my high school. So
I was gonna say whatever the hell they say to call them. I ain't getting hexed.
Whatever they want to be called.
Question 2. What vegetable was carved before pumpkins were used? What vegetable was carved before pumpkins were used?
Oh, I need to do well in this round. Otherwise, my friend Hannah will be very disappointed in me.
There were peas. They're very difficult back in the day. Especially putting the candle in.
Very intricate. Very intricate. Question 3. What does the Old English word hallow mean? Hallow.
Ooh,
Not hello.
or go lay down.
Ooh.
What does the Old English word hallow mean?
I hate when you think in your head, I know this, and then you're like, wait, no. But that could mean literally itself and its opposite. Oh no. Oh no.
Question 4. What was Dr. Frankenstein's first name?
Don't worry, you guys are going to be able to catch up to me pretty quickly.
You give us a lot of credit.
And yourself very little.
When have I ever given myself credit, though, to be fair?
Yeah, actually, good point.
Low self-esteem? What's that?
Question 5. In what country was the first written account of children using the phrase trick or treat? And for a bonus point, in which year?
Oh, you're a son of a bitch.
In what country was the first written account of children using the phrase trick or treat on Halloween? And for a bonus point, what year?
That is so wrong, but oh well.
I hate this because there's two answers, and I'm convinced of both of them.
But I mean, there's more than two countries, so it could be, you know.
There are a lot of countries. I don't know if you've looked at a map recently.
Like, this could be an ancient custom from Southeast Asia, for all we know. Like, that we
I
nicked. We
mean-
nicked enough of other people's stuff, like in the West.
Oddly enough, for once, us living here in the UK, we're innocent. We didn't steal this one. This is homegrown shit. Not specifically this phrase, because that would be giving away the answer. But like, Halloween and that general shtick is very much from this island.
That is our shtick that has gone out and
Mm.
we
We
commercialised.
took
have
its
to have
places.
something to give out.
It was that and cricket. Question 6. Name the 3 witches in Hocus Pocus.
Oh my god! I thought you were gonna say
no.
Macbeth, and I was gonna be able to shot there.
Nope. I don't know.
God, I know one of them
I-
is played by Bette Midler.
I think I'm
I
naming
mean, I
witches.
could-
I don't know whether they're the right ones.
I could name 2 of the actresses.
For a bonus point, name the 3 witches from Macbeth.
Oh. I used to know that. Oh. That's my answer.
Your answer is pain.
I didn't know they were named. I thought they were just the witches. So
Oh no, they have names. That's the thing when it comes down to it. For the sake, it's not as well known. It's not something which is usually pressed upon, especially not in modern adaptations. They sort of shy away from it. And literally, they are just the 3 witches. And brain start.
oh, I got it. I got it.
Brain, you started the wrong brain.
I'm not even bothered. I don't get either this or the bonus point. Not the bonus point or this. You know what I mean?
Jeff, that's 2 people who have 2 different brains.
I know this because I named them in D&D. They were hags that I
What,
had hiding in
the
that.
Hocus Pocus or the
No, the good ones,
the Macbeth ones?
the Macbeth ones, and it was a clue, you know, that they were dodgy as anything.
I mean,
But they
I
never,
don't know
Well,
if
the
the
party
there's
never
Oscars
even
around.
bloody went there. Wasted my time. Went took the other path.
I don't know if there's that much dodginess about the witches in Macbeth. They seem, you know, on the up and up.
And to be fair, they don't really do anything themselves. They're more making predictions. Sort of.
I
putting
think
things
they know
forward.
what they're doing.
No, of course they do. They're putting the chess pieces into play, really.
Question 7. What is bobbing for apples called in Scotland?
Fucking wet.
No, that's when they do something else. I have to go there. Okay. my God, you could go with the classic one. Where they don't have a term for that because they don't use anything with apples.
Question 8. What is the name of the collection of films including Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and At World's End?
Oh.
What is the name of the collection of films that comprises of Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and At World's End?
Thank you.
I only know the answer to this because of Nostalgia Critic.
This is the most confident point I've had all night, and I will get it wrong.
Excellent, because the next round is the Destiny trivia quiz for people who don't play Destiny.
We're screwed.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a lot of fun for me to read out. Question 9. What is the surname of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Sorry, say that again?
What is the surname of Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Rapt silence.
Oh no, I'm fairly confident with this one.
Oh, there we go. I actually remembered it. Oh, my brain was like, no, it's not that one. That's a musician.
I literally got a spark of and just realised, no, that's the cat.
Yeah, that name did just spring into my head as well. Did you somehow transmit that thought over Discord?
I think so. I think I'm connected to a lot of other people. I'm activating brains tonight, and I don't like this. So I still can't do my own.
No, that's Buffy. What the fuck? Oh god. It was something really stupid too.
Anastasia. Quick, put the answer into the chat. Put the answer into the chat. What is Sabrina's surname? On a teenage witch.
Anastasia is here. What happened to Pub Quiz? This is Pub
We're
Quiz.
failing terribly.
These people are upset by your daughter's choices.
Well, tell them next time not to try and bully me.
Okay, bullying is a strong word.
Harass then.
Question 10.
I'd have gone with harangue, but yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Question 10. An invisible man sleeping in your bed is the lyric from the hit song belonging to the 80s movie of the same title. An invisible man sleeping in your bed is a lyric from the hit song belonging to the 80s movie of the same title. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't the answer.
It was me fighting myself.
Okay.
Who won?
Is that healthy?
It's picturing the
depends on
scene
you-
on like the rooftop, rain pouring, two Jennifers fighting. One of them
Well, the
knows
fact
the
that I
answer
have-
to this
Turns up with a
question.
I'm the
The
real
fact
Jennifer.
that I haven't done what I wanted to do is proof that I won.
Are we ready for some spooky answers? I can't guarantee spookiness in the answers.
But you tried.
Let's give it a go.
Anastasia says, can you knock yourself out?
On a regular basis with the right influence.
Ben, what is the name of a group of witches?
A coven.
Correct. Jeff, what vegetable was carved before pumpkins were used?
Turnips?
Correct.
Oh, guess.
Richard, what does the Old English word hallow mean?
I don't know, but I'm going to take it's a stab at death.
No, rogue.
I think it's something like sacred, blessed, enchanted.
Angel.
Damn it.
Was it holy?
Close. I mean, you're both close. Ben.
Oh, it's
Really was-
blessed, isn't it?
I must admit, I end up having this one that is stretched out like blessed by spirits.
Jeff.
What was the question? Was it hallow or hallowed?
Hallow.
Make holy?
The Old English word meant saint,
Oh.
and then it has taken on other meanings to do with things like
Oh,
being
okay.
blessed and such like. But the original, it meant saint. Because All Hallows Eve is All Saints.
Oh, I bloody knew that.
Well, then why didn't you put it down?
Rogue, what was Dr. Frankenstein's first name?
Victor.
Correct. And to the victor, the spoils.
Quite literally, you got the spoiled meat and put it together.
Yeah. Angel, what country was the first written account of children using the phrase trick or treat?
I don't know, America in 1900?
Ben.
I
Yeah.
put down England and 1870.
Jeff.
I said America 1876.
Richard.
England, 1868. Can I ask a quick question? Are we going to get a point for who got the closest to the year?
I think I'll give a point for the closest.
So yeah, England, 1868.
Rogue.
I'm gonna go with Wales, and I'm gonna go with something like pre-1300.
So nobody got the right country.
Oh.
Angel,
Oh, really?
you get the point for the right year. You were the closest.
God, really?
The earliest written account of children using the phrase trick or treat was in Canada
Ah.
in
Of course.
1927.
I was in the right area, just the wrong country.
Yeah, people have been saying that one for years.
Hey, this isn't gonna help me get a point. Never mind. I was gonna double check when Canada became independent, because there are a couple of people who probably would have gotten a point otherwise. Not myself. But sadly, no. That was like in mid 1800s. Apparently, was its independence, which is interesting.
Yep. Ben,
Yeah.
can you name any of the 6 witches that we're asking this question about? The 3 from Hocus Pocus or the 3 from Macbeth?
Probably not, but I'm going to have a crack at it anyway. So, the 3 from Hocus Pocus, I have no idea why, but these ones seem to be popping into my head. So, Mildred, Edith, and Bertrude.
No.
And then when it came into the witches, I could not remember for the life of me, so I just ended up putting down the past, the present, and the future.
Also no. Richard.
Okay, so for Hocus Pocus, I put down Wilfer, Hilfer, and Kilfer, because I thought they're going to have some sort of amusing rhyming names.
Incorrect.
Now, as for the witches in Macbeth, they are not in the play referred to by individual names, but they collectively known as the Weird Sisters or the Wayward Sisters.
Correct.
So we still don't have any names for any of these.
Well, they are called
You do.
the Weird
Wilfer,
Sisters.
Hilfer, Kilfer. He hasn't said it's wrong yet.
You are incorrect. It is not Hilfer, Wilfer, and third one. Rogue.
I mean, evidently I'm not going to get the Macbeth ones, but I've got like Diana, Hecate, Mavis, that one which was married to Jason. Of Jason of the Argonauts. I couldn't think of more witch names.
Cersei is the one that was, I believe, you're aiming for there.
Thank you.
And no.
None of them?
No.
Not even Diana. Oh, damn.
Angel.
Okay, so I finally remembered that one of them was named Sarah because her actress was Sarah Jessica Parker, and I always thought that was weird. And then the second one is Mary. Now the third one, which is the one that was played by Bette Midler, She had the weird name, and I want to say it was Winifred.
You would be correct. Those are the 3 names of the witches from Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yes.
And you
Winifred
said you
was
were
my
going to do
grandmother's
terribly this
name.
round.
Winifred was my
Nice
great-grandmother's name.
Oh.
Well, once I remembered Sarah Jessica Parker, I was able to build.
Jeff or Ben, do you have any furthers on the names of the weird sisters?
So I've got who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
No, I'm asking you, who's on
Oh
first?
dear.
Who's on first?
Yeah, no. I'm asking
what's
the
the name
question.
of the person
What's
on
the
first?
person the name on first?
No, what's on second? Who's on first? I don't know
Who's
who's on third.
first. I'm asking you, what's the guy's name?
No, what's on second?
This wasn't funny in
No.
1930. It's not funny now.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah, the
just stop.
3 witches in Hocus Pocus are Winifred, Sarah, and Mary, the Sanderson sisters. The Weird Sisters are the 3 witches in Macbeth. They aren't named, but we do apparently know the names of their familiars. Grimalkin, who is a cat, Paddock, a toad, and Harpier, who is an owl.
Yeah.
There you go. There's some free knowledge.
More you know.
I should get that on a button for the stream.
Okay, I
The
can
problem
I
is,
can
like,
make you a button.
I think that's already trademarked.
I'll get
Thing.
I'll get Sean's old catchphrase from the podcast, and we'll put that on one of my buttons.
Or cheesy.
The other one. I mean, I could get that one as well. Just have lots of Sean recordings for buttons.
Huh. Apparently that's owned by NPC? No, NPC?
NBC.
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 Angel.
I knew something was wrong when I said that.
Angel,
Yes.
what is apple bobbing called in Scotland?
Fucking hell.
Jeff.
Saturday night at Tesco's.
Ben.
Dunking for apples.
Close. Richard.
I went with apple snatching.
Rogue.
I'm just gonna go with apple bobbing. It feels like a trick question.
It is apple dukin.
Dukin.
Jeff.
The other reason
no.
I knew is just for the sake of going with the whole. I know I was apple dunking. That's why we got told, but never mind.
Ben.
Yeah?
What is the name of the collection of films including Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and At World's End?
The Cornetto trilogy.
Correct. Jeff, what is the surname of Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Brown.
Richard.
Spellman.
Correct.
How did
Is
you
it-
put down witchy pun?
Is it men or man?
Spellman.
Fuck. Can I still have the point if I put men?
No.
Sure.
Can I still have the point for getting the dunking for apples?
No.
Oh.
You can have half a point for that.
Yeah.
Richard. An invisible man sleeping in your bed is the lyric from the hit song belonging to the 80s movie of the same title.
Just a guess, but weird science.
Oh my god, no!
Rogue.
Wow.
I put ghost.
Angel. No, Jeff.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, ghost. That makes sense.
Yes.
That's what I said.
I didn't let you get to Ghostbusters. Okay, let's get...
You're seeing things running through your head. Who are you going to call? An invisible man sleeping in your bed. Who are you going to call?
Weird science.
Jeff, how did you do that round?
Oh, count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5.
The Quest King.
Got 4.5. I'm gonna come up with an answer. Our next topic.
Angel.
I got 7, which puts me at 15, I think.
Correct. Ganyu.
5.
And Zaphod.
6.
Oh, not 67.
That might be his final score, but
That would be impressive. We've only got 20 questions left. Okay. Now I've
you know
checked
what?
this.
I'm not in last. I'm happy with that.
I've checked this, but none of you are currently playing Destiny 2.
Nope.
Yes, you're
actively.
quite accurate there.
Excellent. So now we move on to round 3, the Destiny trivia quiz for people who haven't played Destiny. This is a multiple choice round, because not being a multiple choice round would be really feckin' mean.
Yeah, fancy that.
And is designed to point out how peculiar the game is. The exotic fusion rifle Telestro is infamous for causing game-breaking bugs. Which of the following has it not done? A. Caused anyone equipping it on patch day to have their quantity of a common consumable set to 0. B. Re-enabled itself in PvP playlists after it was disabled for causing another different bug. C. Allowed players to skip the racing portion of an activity as firing its projectiles over the finish line counted as players. Or D. Let players skip the horde portion of an activity as when fired at the central pylon and destroyed, its projectiles counted as enemies killed.
What's more worrying is how do they let all these things go through in the first place?
So this is the one that wasn't
This
a
is
feature.
the one that it hasn't done.
This wasn't.
None of these are features. All of these are game-breaking bugs that is happened with the Telestro.
But
One
I
of
love
them
Every single
isn't.
one of these. Every single one of these is amazing, and I love it. I don't want to hear more.
So A, B, C, or D. And then
What was
what
sorry?
was
What was B again?
B was re-enabled itself in PvP playlists after it was disabled for causing another different bug.
Right. Okay.
Question
And sorry, one more. A was the one where it like zapped their item list back to 0, right?
Correct. Reset their quantity of a common consumable to 0.
I'll be
Right,
honest with you.
I thought
I'm
that
just
was
putting
A.
down a letter.
That was A. Yes.
Okay, good.
Question 2. Which of the following items have guardians or players not made a gun from? Which of the following items have the guardians not made a gun from? A. 4 smaller guns zip-tied together. B. A magical hawk made of light. C. A haunted alien bug. Or D. An out-of-control nanite swarm.
And again, that's not.
That is not. 3 of those they have made a gun out of.
Can you repeat the answers?
So your 4 possible answers are A. 4 smaller guns zip-tied together. B. A magical hawk made of light. C. A haunted alien bug. Or D. An out-of-control nanite swarm.
The fact that 3 of those have been made into guns concerns me, and makes me wonder how gameplay works.
They've taken something which is uncontrollable and controlled it.
Yes.
No, they made it into a gun and pointed it at other people. That's
They
not
have
quite
to
the same.
control- No, but they
That's
have to
not quite the
control-
same.
They have to control it to get it into a point where they can fire it. Which means you have to at least control it to the first point of you either follow the bullet, or you are the bullet, everyone get in the gun.
I will point out that it isn't actually gameplay to make the guns, it is just this is the lore of how the guns were made.
Even
Oh.
so. Jeez.
Question 3. Lord Shaxx is overseer of the Guardian PvP arena. He once attacked 2 members of a weapons foundry. For what reason? A. Stealing one of the horns from his helmet. B. Stealing the legendary contents of purple engrams and substituting the rare contents of blue engrams. C. Sabotaging the racing sparrows or hover bikes of rival foundries. Or D. Paying Guardians to fix the PvP matches so that Guardians using the foundry's weapons would win.
I
I'm
won't lie.
guessing.
I need the answers and the question again. I think my brain's falling out.
Okay.
Lord, I've just got round to rolling a d4 and hoping it gives me the right answer.
Lord Shaxx, overseer of the Guardian PvP arena, once attacked 2 members of a weapons foundry for what reason? A. Stealing one of the horns from his helmet. B. Stealing the legendary contents of the purple engrams and substituting the rare contents of the blue engrams. C. Sabotaging the racing sparrows or hover bikes of rival foundries. Or D. Paying Guardians to fix the PvP matches so that Guardians using that foundry's weapons would win.
I'm sticking with that answer because it's funny.
Question 4. Brace yourself, this is a long one.
Oh boy.
After defeating the time-travelling Vex faction and conquering the Infinite Forest, a vast probability engine containing millions of simulated universes, themselves containing simulated beings, each of which is so complex as to be effectively alive, the Guardians then used the forest to do what? Play an extremely complex PvPvE game with their special equipment and multiple roles. Host a fun Halloween party complete with candy and spooky decorations. Gather ingredients to bake cookies for non-denominational winter celebrations. Or D. Help a misanthropic wizard make up with his estranged robot husband.
I so want the answer to be D.
I won't lie. At the moment, I'm very tempted just to actually just put D for all the answers.
I will let you know that there are answers that aren't D. Some of the answers aren't D.
What?
Are any of the answers D?
Some are D.
Don't get drawn into this, John. It's a trick.
After defeating the
No.
time-travelling Vex faction and conquering the Infinite Forest, a vast probability engine containing millions of simulated universes, themselves containing simulated beings, each so complex as to be effectively alive, Guardians used the forest to do what? Play an extremely complex PvPvE game with their special roles and special armor and multiple roles. Host a fun Halloween party complete with candy and spooky decorations. Gather ingredients to bake cookies for non-denominational winter celebrations. Or help a misanthropic wizard make up with his estranged robot husband.
I need to know more about the gay wizard and his husband.
Question 5. Oryx, the Taken King, is the immortal king of the Hive. He knows the secrets of the universe, has scouted the edges of darkness, and chased the lion god down the galactic arm in a howling pack of moons. He has also done what? Replaced one of his fangs with a craft project made by his daughter. Made a new holiday to celebrate the day he pranked his sister with a world-ending superweapon. Grows new wings sometimes just because he likes how they look. Or said the word humdinger while discoursing on paracausal finance.
Oh, these are great. Can you repeat those?
Just the options or the whole question?
Options.
Replaced one of his fangs with a craft project made by his daughter. Made a new holiday to celebrate the day he pranked his sister with a world-ending superweapon. As you do. Grows new wings sometimes just because he likes how they look. Or said the word humdinger while discoursing on paracausal finance.
Oh, this game was more serious than Borderlands.
Yeah, I thought it was as well.
No, very as much isn't.
That is not the vibe you get from the trailers, though.
Well, one of the
It
trailers,
really
I think it's a Japanese. I think the Japanese trailer was literally just about a billion of the Guardians just dancing. That was literally the trailer.
The only trailer I remember for Destiny at all is the one that did that beautiful pan shot of a spaceship. And that's it.
The Drifter, question 6. The Drifter is a scruffy light bearer who serves as the Guardian's equivalent of your sketchy uncle who lives down by the river.
In a van.
He lives in a shipping container in his junker of an old ship, towing an interdimensional rift containing a Mario Kart-style racing track, and likes to tell us stories of how about his adventures in the wilderness. If he is to be believed, which of the following races has he not canonically eaten? The Cabal, the Hive, the Elixni, otherwise known as the Fallen, or the Scorn?
The fact that he only hasn't eaten one of those concerns me.
That's only if it's telling the truth, apparently.
We have to assume that he is to be believed for this question to work, yes. If he is telling us the truth, which of these alien races has he not eaten?
Magic Dice says that.
I've also tested these questions with Tanny and Sean, who play Destiny, and they also want me to try these out on Sean, who also plays Destiny at the moment, to see how well he does.
How did they do?
How did they do?
50-50.
We're screwed.
Question 7. Ruinous Effigy is a weird new trace rifle that turns enemies into throwable items. What did the Guardians make this weapon out of? A marauding hunger essence that appeared as a flying bird skull. A shape-shifting wish-granting dragon. A Vex mind at the centre of a small planetoid on the verge of becoming a single massive supercomputer. Or literally a tree. Once again, that was a marauding hunger essence that appeared as a flying bird skull. That was A. B. A shape-shifting, wish-granting dragon. C. A Vex mind at the centre of a small planetoid on the verge of becoming a single massive supercomputer. Or D. Literally a tree.
Destiny 2 has played changed a long time since I last played it.
I always thought it was a more serious game.
See, I always assumed it. Well, I feel like you should be able to assume it had this energy from the fact that Nathan Fillion was involved.
What you need
thought
to
that maybe
assume...
one faction might have had that kind of energy. Not the whole game.
What you need to remember is that in Destiny 1, pretty much all of this lore, which is what we're talking about, was in a separate app. And you had to sit down and read that separately. Question 8. Aphelion, a mysterious creature who appears without warning and causes the death of hundreds, is associated with which real-world topic? Tropical storms, deep-sea fanglyfish, nuclear power, or Chicago?
You couldn't get more different answers.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Aphelion, a mysterious creature who appears without warning and causes the death of hundreds, is associated with which real-world topic? Tropical storms, deep-sea fanglyfish, nuclear power, or Chicago?
And this is question 8, right?
That is question 8.
I am not even upset, but I'm basically just rolling a d4 for the entirety of this.
I am curious to know how the D4 does.
Yeah. Well, at the moment it's spilling out da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
I'm afraid that's not a D4, that's a D Eiffel 65. Question 9. Lord Shaxx argued against the Vanguard ban of the Mida multi-tool scout rifle in PvP for what reason? Its onboard AI was smart enough to count as a separate entity, making it a player rather than a piece of equipment. B. Its power core needed to be constantly discharged anyway, lest it potentially fold into a localized black hole. C. It was constructed in a different universe and accidentally dropped into ours, therefore placing it outside of the Vanguard's jurisdiction. Or D. Crucible broadcasts that were covered as part of a temporal anomaly that briefly fused the present and the future showed it being used in matches, so banning it might cause a time paradox.
Interesting.
Once again, Lord Shaxx argued against the Vanguard ban of the Mida multi-tool scout rifle in PvP for what reason? A. The onboard AI was smart enough to count as a separate entity, making it a player rather than a piece of equipment. B. The power core needed to be constantly discharged anyway, lest they potentially fold into a localized black hole. C. It was constructed in a different universe and accidentally dropped into ours, therefore placing it outside of the Vanguard jurisdiction. Or D. Crucible broadcasts that were covered as part of a temporal anomaly, which fused the present and future, showed it being used in matches, so banning it might cause a time paradox.
These are all reasons for banning it, that's the thing. These are all reasons for actually banning it.
I disagree.
I mean, if it's going to cause a time paradox, I don't want it banned.
Yeah.
And question 10. The catalyst for the weapon Worldline 0 was completed by striking the 5 bosses of the Escalation Protocol activity. Each strike dropped a temporary item with a different name themed around what? A. Failed attempts at cold fusion. B. Egyptian deities associated with time. C. Disproven theoretical particles. Or D. The Russian modernist art movement. Catalysts are a way to improve your weapon.
Can you please repeat that?
The catalyst...
I'm just making sure I'm not having a stroke.
I mean, I'm sure I've had one. I think that's what this entire round is.
The catalyst for the weapon Worldline 0 was completed by striking the 5 bosses of the Escalation Protocol activity. Each strike dropped a temporary item with a different name themed around what? A. Failed attempts at cold fusion. B. Egyptian deities associated with time. C. Disproven theoretical particles. Or D. The Russian modernist art movement.
Yeah, definitely having a stroke.
Let's get some answers.
Can we not? I pretend we did.
I want to know these answers.
Jeff.
Hello.
The exotic fusion rifle Telesto was infamous for causing game-breaking bugs. Which of the following has it not done?
B. which is
Re-enabled
Re-enables itself.
itself.
re-enabled itself.
Richard.
I also went for B because I like the idea of some sort of sentient bug that was working against the game makers.
Rogue.
I've gone with C.
Angel.
I went with B. That sounded funniest.
Ben.
I went with D. That's what the dice said.
The correct answer was A. The only bug that Telesto has not done was caused anyone equipping it on patch day to have their quantity of a common consumable reset to 0. All of the rest of those are things that Telesto has done. While the Destiny service have at least on one occasion forgotten how many of certain common consumables everyone has, Telesto played no part in those bugs that we know of.
I'm sure, are we quite sure Telesto isn't actually sentient?
Yeah.
It is infamous for apparently having its projectiles counting as either players or enemies, depending on the situation.
How?
Coding.
Let's not go into it. It'll make me sad.
Richard.
Well, it's coded by a 3-year-old on Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
Richard, which of the following things have Guardians not made a gun from?
I said B, a magical hawk.
Correct.
Oh.
Oh my god! I thought that was too obvious an answer. God damn it.
Well, I was on the assumption this game didn't involve magic, which the other questions
It
seem to.
involves resurrection.
I hate to say that the game does involve a certain amount of magic. For anyone playing along at home who wants to know, the 4 smaller guns zip tied together make the gun Cerberus +1. A haunted alien bug makes the weapon Xenophage. The out-of-control nanite swarm makes Outbreak Perfected, which is apparently a gun that Sean likes to use a lot. And the magical hawk made of light took you to a gun. You didn't make a gun out of it.
Because that would be silly.
Because that would be silly. Rogue.
That's what we're thinking about.
Rogue. Lord Shaxx, overseer of the Guardian PvP arena, once attacked 2 members of the Weapons Foundry. For what reason?
D?
Angel.
A.
Ben.
The dice said B.
Jeff.
I also said D.
Richard.
C, sabotaging hoverbikes.
Correct.
Yeah.
For everyone who said B, which I believe was just Ben's dice, a bug did cause that to happen. A bug did cause rare items to drop from legendary engrams, which was explained in the patch notes as an NPC stealing the rarer items and putting in cheaper ones. And the patch notes where they fixed that bug mentioned an NPC threatening to beat the tar out of the person stealing the items. But that wasn't Lord Shaxx.
Is this whole game some sort of weird art project?
It seems to
like it's not about selling
It used
computer
to be
games.
serious.
It's an installation.
It used to take itself much more seriously.
It is
Come on, the first 20 minutes of Destiny 2, the original Destiny 2, were epic.
Yes, yeah, the game itself is very cool. This is taking the mick out of some of the weirder side of it. The game itself is click on heads. It's shoot people in the head for wash, rinse, repeat. But it doesn't take itself very seriously. Who answered that first, Rogue? Angel. After defeating the time-traveling Vex faction and conquering the Infinite Forest, a vast probability engine containing millions of simulated universes, themselves containing simulated beings, each so complex as to be effectively alive, Guardians then use the Infinite Forest to do what?
I put D because I really want it to be about the gay wizard.
Ben.
I said A.
Jeff.
I also said D.
Richard.
C.
Rogue. Are you going to say D?
I also went D.
So the correct answer is B. They host a Halloween party, complete with candy and spooky decorations. For the last 3 years, the Festival of the Lost has featured runs through a specially decorated portion of the Infinite Forest. The extremely complex PvPvE game is played with your sketchy uncle who lives down by the river, aka the Drifter. Gathering the ingredients to bake cookies for non-denominational winter celebrations is just done in the regular areas of the game. And the reuniting the misanthropic wizard with his estranged robot husband was done with a time-travelling sundial.
Wait,
That's you.
that's all in the game.
All those things are in the game, yes.
I think Ben's gonna start playing this now.
How silly Destiny is. It seems so serious in playing it. What?
This is what happens if you actually read all of the lore. But yes, the misanthropic wizard was separated from his estranged husband by the Infinite Forest. Reuniting them was done with a time-travelling sundial, because of course it was.
I am so glad I just decided to roll dice for this round.
That's just everyday couples counselling.
Yeah.
I mean, it does
time
kind of seem
traveling.
fun, but
Ben, Oryx the Taken King is the immortal. Oryx the Taken King is the immortal king of the Hive. He knows the secrets of the universe and has scouted the edges of darkness and chased the lion god down the galactic arms in a howling pack of moons. What is the other thing he did?
I put down B.
Jeff.
I went C.
Richard.
Oh.
D, that he said humdinger.
Rogue.
See?
Angel.
hey,
Correct. Oryx loves his children very much, and when his daughter Ir Anuk the Weaver made him a tooth shaped like death, he was delighted and promised to keep it in his mouth. For the several people that answered D, it's actually Oryx's sister, the Witch Queen Savathun, who used the word humdinger.
Course. Such a her thing to do.
Jeff.
Yeah.
The Drifter, blah 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 blah, has not eaten which of these?
A.
Richard.
Oh.
I also said A, the Cabal.
Rogue.
I also said A.
Angel.
see?
Ben.
I said A.
The correct answer is D. Drifter's pre-match voice lines comment on the edibility of the Cabal and the Hive, and a lore tab mentions that he has eaten Elixni when starving, but hasn't yet worked up the courage or the stomach to try the undead Scorn, some of whom explode when they die.
What's the difference between the Scorn and the Hive then?
The Scorn have got a brainworm thing in them that has
That
taken
is
them over, and now they are
waiting for
undead.
you to say that one's a bit like chicken, the other one's a bit more like.
The Hive aren't the same type of undead thing.
No, of course they're not. That would be silly. Otherwise, why would they have different names?
Jeff, I think.
Yes.
Ruinous Effigy is a weird new trace rifle that turns enemies into throwable items. What did the Guardians make it out of?
D. A perfectly normal tree.
Correct.
Holy
wow.
shit!
Literally a tree. Ruinous Effigy is carved from a branch of the paracausal tree of silver wings. The bird skull turned into the gun Bad Juju, the dragon turned into 1,000 voices, and Argos, the planetary core that was about to turn into a single massive supercomputer, was just kicked into the fusion reactor of the Leviathan after it was accidentally sucked out of Nessus, because of course it was.
I think you might need to explain what voices in this game.
Bad Dragon, the dragon was turned into 1,000 voices, which is a gun.
Oh, I thought voice was the name of the tiny little robot.
Those are ghosts.
What? Ah, silly me.
Richard, Aphelion, a mysterious creature who appears without warning and causes the deaths of hundreds, is associated with which real-world topic?
A. Tropical storms.
Rogue.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
D, which I think is Chicago.
Angel.
I put Chicago too.
Ben.
I said A.
Jeff.
I went for A as well.
It was actually nuclear power. The Aphelion, which is associated with the Awoken, is an undescribed but terrifying being strongly associated with a real-world history of nuclear power or nuclear accidents. Some
Does
call it...
it look like Godzilla?
It's never actually appeared in the game, just been described, sort of. Some call it the core that stalked, inspired by the real-world demon pit, a plutonium pit that was involved in 2 separate accidents, and the attacks of the Aphelion are based on what happens during a criticality incident.
Oh, the demon core.
Yes.
Is that the one where they had to take a photo of it with a mirror? Because if they actually tried to face the camera, it would melt the camera.
It's the demon. Probably the demon core is the one where they had the highly safe and scientific experiment of seeing how close they could lower the lid on it before it exploded.
And they used a goddamn screwdriver.
As you do.
They used 2 screwdrivers to hold it open because he preferred to use them than any of the tools they specifically designed to do the job because he thought he got better results.
Rogue.
That's about right.
Lord Shaxx argued against the Vanguard ban of the Mida multi-tool scout rifle in PvP for what reason?
Time paradox?
Angel.
That's a sensible reason.
I put B. I don't remember what that was.
Ben.
The dice said D.
Jeff.
C, it came from a different universe.
Correct.
Because even that's out there.
Hey.
The Mida multi-tool dropped into the Destiny universe from the universe of Marathon,
Oh.
Yeah.
an
It's a Halo
earlier
weapon.
pre-Halo Bungie game.
Ah,
And therefore, Shaxx said, you can't ban it because it didn't come from here, so it's outside of the place you can say that we ban things from.
But that's another reason. That's surely a different reason to ban it.
It sounds like a legal loophole.
pretty much.
Angel?
Did it work?
I don't know.
Can
Angel,
you use it?
the catalyst for the weapon Worldline Zero was completed by striking the 5 bosses of the Escalation Protocol activity, which each strike dropped a temporary item with a different name themed around what?
B.
Ben.
C.
Jeff.
D.
Correct.
Bloody hell. Can I ask a question? Did anyone know the answers to any of these questions? Like,
No.
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 My instinct got we've got number 7 right.
It's
Well,
whichever
say
one
this
is the most is the most out there one apparently.
I played by rolling a dice.
The catalyst for Worldline Zero and Worldline Zero itself were created by Rasputin, the Russian war mind, and the solar system's most heavily armed art critic.
Oh, they're war mines.
Yes.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, he's,
Unbelievably,
now
it
there
makes
is
sense.
there is
Now it makes
there is
sense.
sense to it. It's named by Rasputin, the Russian war mind, and the solar system's most heavily armed art critic. So,
That actually makes more sense now, unbelievably.
Jeff, at the end of that
Yeah.
round, how are we doing?
3.
Ben.
I got nothing. That dice is going to permanent jail.
Oh, poor D4. Angel.
2.
Ganyu.
I got 2. Wait,
And-
sorry, what was the answer to 10?
D.
Okay, no, definitely 2.
And Zaphod.
2.
Cool. So, this month, Angel is running away with it with 17, followed by Snickety's Spoop with 9, Zaphod with 8, Ganyu with 7.5, and the Quest Giver is preparing to make a round on, I don't think he's actually said what yet.
I haven't yet. I'm sure I'll come up with something.
Question.
Around on fire.
Is it a quiz? If there's a round when nobody knows the answers to any questions and it's all just random.
Yes.
You've watched QI, right?
Round
Oh, I
the
think
next
that's an idea.
one is general knowledge, which isn't multiple choice. Question
And
1
and isn't general knowledge.
is general knowledge, isn't multiple choice. Question 1. What town in central Spain, which gave its name to an industrial city in Ohio, is famous for its swords and knives?
Holy crap! I think I actually might get answers to this general
What was that?
Wow.
Sorry, repeat that one.
general knowledge round.
Which town in central Spain, which gave its name to an industrial city in Ohio, is famous for its swords and knives? Question 2. What are close encounters of the second kind? What are close encounters of the second kind?
Oh boy. I'm just gonna start coming up with another round for next time.
See, this is why we ask for answers in the chat.
Question 3. Question 3. Is nyctophobia the fear of darkness, dirt, or poverty?
Could you spell that, please?
THAT.
Could you spell the word nyctophobia, please, that was used in the question?
NYCTA and then phobia.
Oh, I could look it- I could-
NYCTA.
I won't, but I could look this up very easily.
And the options?
Darkness,
Again.
dirt, or poverty.
I could look this up very easily. There's a list of 100 in the COC book. But no specific one for feathers, apparently.
Phesophobia.
Doctorphobia. Is there a fear of doctors? I think they might correlate.
Question 4. The language Afrikaans derives from which European language?
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
The language...
Your brother sent me a picture of incredibly tasty food.
Oh, why are you sending me pictures of incredibly tasty food?
He doesn't love you.
Oh. The language...
Ow!
The language Afrikaans derives from which European language?
That was brutal, even for me. Damn.
What, the question?
No. What I said to John.
Oh, right. So, yes.
Question 5. Thought to be the first of its kind, what was the German Avisa Relation oder Zeitung, which first appeared in 1609?
Say that again.
Thought to be the first of its kind, what was the German Avisa Relation oder Zeitung, which first appeared in 1609?
Are you sure these are the general knowledge questions, John?
Yes, they were in a book that said general knowledge.
Was it the MIT students?
No, it was the
It
pub
was for
quiz book.
Oxford University.
The pub quiz book, over 2,500 questions for the best quiz night ever.
Yeah, you need a refund.
It has. It's such a good book that it has Comic Sans on the back.
I
You
think these are
definitely
good.
need a refund.
I think these are good questions.
Can you ask the
It's a-
question? Can you say the word again? The German word.
Avisa Relation oder Zeitung.
And again?
Avisa Relation oder Zeitung.
And again?
Avisa Relation oder Zeitung.
And one more time?
Avisa Relation oder Zeitung.
And now in German.
Avisa Relation oder Zeitung.
Once more with feeling?
Avisa Relation oder Zeitung.
And now in English.
No.
He's gonna beat your ass if you don't knock it off.
We're gonna lose anyway.
Which
Might as well
is
try and have some fun.
question 6? Which is the shortest modern European alphabet with only 21 letters?
What the hell is that sound?
Question 7. What is the motto of the Special Air Service or SAS division of the British Army?
Don't crash.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What is the motto of the Special Air Service or SAS division of the British Army?
Dude, where's my plane?
Question 8. What is the name of the bulldog who features in Tom and Jerry cartoons? What is the name of the bulldog who features in Tom and Jerry cartoons?
John, your brother's being mean. Be responsible for him.
No, he's not sending me photos.
I was gonna say, evidently he doesn't love him, so why should he?
Well, they're distracting. Like, so this is the cheese platter at the restaurant they're going to. Yorkshire whiskey cheese, rosemary goat, Wellington blue, Drunken Bert cider cheese, green thunder garlic and herb, apple cider and sage jelly, artisan bread, slaw, and some garnish. And that's
Ew.
just a cheese platter. That sounds amazing.
1 second.
I mean, if you say so.
Stop distracting Rogue. He's
Oh, you might like this,
doing
Angel.
the quiz.
So
Nine.
the madness
John's just getting the
platter.
answers right now.
Yeah, the madness platter is kick-ass cheddar, award-winning pork pie, smoked chicken and duck, local chutney, pickles with artisan bread and slaw.
Yeah, that still sounds gross.
Question
Yeah,
9.
Why?
That sounds nice.
Question 9. A cotton stuffed mattress laid on the floor for use as a bed, the word futon, is derived from which language? A cotton stuffed mattress laid on the floor for use as a bed, the word futon, is derived from which language?
Scotland. It was originally put your feet on, but you know.
I'm loving it. No, I don't know why I'm doing that either.
Well, you're looking at all the
Killing
cheese and you're thinking of
time.
the cheeseburger.
Sorry, I missed that, Angel. What?
Killing time.
Why would I want to kill time? Surely
Because
it
you
would,
know you're not going to get any of these answers, so you might as well wait.
I was more thinking what would happen if you killed the metaphysical entity known as time.
Uh,
Probably
Rather-
not good.
It would be ill-advised.
I feel like a few people would be kind of upset.
I like that there's a Discord book to hand.
That is very convenient. I'm assuming that's the Thief of Time you have there, Ben.
No.
Damn
This is
it.
the colour of magic.
If only you had the Thief of Time there to hand, that would have been amazing.
I might do. I have a lot on the shelf. I got a bundle just at a charity shop, and literally just a lot of Terry Pratchett. So I just buy all of those. I will slowly get my way through them.
I
I
believe
don't know what
it's.
titles I have, but it's over there.
I believe the Thief of Time includes the brilliant line of some people will do things just because they can. If they put a button in a cave with a sign saying world ending button do not press, the paint wouldn't even have time to dry.
Can confirm. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? That's too tempting.
People are assholes.
It's
Uh,
true, it is true.
And finally, question 10. What name is given to the ridges on the neck of a guitar or other instrument which divide the fingerboard into spaces producing different notes?
Holy Christ, I might actually get points this round.
What name is given to the ridges on the neck of a guitar or other instrument which divide the fingerboard into spaces producing different notes?
Oh, what should I ask for next time's topic?
Oh no, John, the fancy food place. It has rental rooms.
You can stay there?
I mean, doesn't that make it better?
Oh, it does. Do they feed you enough food the entire night?
I suppose if you pay for it.
Yeah,
Well, if
like,
you pay
unless
for
it-
anything, you can get it, I suppose. Isn't it?
There we go. We've got something for the final boss fight meetup. We'll all go to the Trembling Madness in York.
I mean, that
I
sounds
am
like a
not
good
going to
place
York.
to go.
What's wrong with York?
Too far to travel, man.
Let's
You're going
get
to
some
literally travel
answers.
to London, son.
Yeah,
Well,
but London is a straight way on the train. I just have to get on a train and get off a train, so
Alright, fair.
I didn't realize Final Boss Fight Live was so London-centric.
We are about the northern contingent,
No.
Richard.
Yeah,
I'm just a country bumpkin.
you guys are like FBF North.
Debatably Goaters as well, but it's like
Yeah, Goat's like probably crossing the line from FBF Midlands.
I'm FBF Midland.
we're definitely FBF Northeast,
Anyway,
which makes us sound like
I'm
a radio
FBF. Why the fuck does anybody live here?
station.
Richard,
It's a good question.
Mhm.
what town in central Spain, which gives its name to an industrial city in Ohio, is famous for its swords and knives?
Toledo.
Correct.
How the fuck do you know that?
Same reason I know
How on earth do you know that?
it.
I know it because I don't know. I've read it's. I know there's a Toledo, Ohio, and I know there's a town in Spain called Toledo that makes knives and swords, or did anyway.
Yeah.
Rogue, what are close encounters of the second kind?
No longer a coincidence.
Angel.
I put ghosts, like supernatural shit.
Ben.
I put second dimensional.
Jeff.
Is it physical evidence of a UFO sighting?
It is physical evidence of a UFO sighting. So the close encounters are listed as Hynek's scale of UFO sightings. The first kind being visual sightings, where they are less than 500 feet away. Second kind being physical evidence of a functioning vehicle. Third kind being that an animated entity is present, whether that be a human, humanoid, robot,
Third kind being a Steven Spielberg film starring Richard Dreyfuss.
and then extended that into the fourth kind, which is where the aliens in the UFO abduct a human, and the fifth kind is just the aliens come down and say hello. The fifth kind I may have simplified, but yeah.
Mhm. Fifth kind is invasion.
Not necessarily invasion, it's first contact.
Yeah, it's first contact. It's the aliens come and say hello, they don't take you away to, like, probe you.
Does that mean the sixth kind is Terra Invicta?
They stop at that point. After that
Yeah.
point, you've definitely contacted UFO.
After that point, there's not much point in labeling it anymore. They've taken over.
No, see, the sixth kind is when they've come down and they've made contact, and then they reveal that their plan is to take over all the world's governments, and we all go, "Oh God, please do! They're fucking everything up."
As I said, Terra Invicta. If you're not familiar with that game, apart from destroying my YouTube feed, my god, it is actually a game of aliens have arrived, secret government. One of which can be give the Earth to the aliens.
Angel, what is nyctophobia the fear of?
Darkness?
Correct.
Oh,
Oh, I
Good,
thought that was
I got
too obvious.
1 point.
Ben,
Mm-hmm.
the language Afrikaans derives from which European language?
I had no idea.
Jeff.
Dutch.
Correct. Also, Jeff, what thought to be the first of its kind, what was the German Avisarelation oder Zeitung?
Is it a newspaper?
Specifically, it was the first regular newspaper, yes. And the reason I can't translate it into English without giving it away is Zeitung means newspaper. Richard, which is
3
the
years of high school
shortest...
German. I should have gotten that.
Richard, which is the shortest modern European alphabet?
Cyrillic? Oh, Cyrillic,
Rogue.
sorry.
Greek.
Angel.
Danish?
Ben.
I said it's ours when you don't use the vowels.
Jeff.
Ukrainian.
The correct answer is Italian, where the alphabet goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, V, Z.
We'll take your word for that.
They have 21 letters.
Trying to say the alphabet backwards to prove you're not drunk in Italy must be a lot easier.
I guess unless you actually start somewhere else, in which case you probably do what I did and like skip some of the letters that we do have. Anyway,
ZY, miss a few, AB. No, BA. No.
You're going to jail.
especially
Well, you're clearly
Essentially,
overdoing it.
Nyctophobia is not in the Call of Cthulhu books.
Rogue, what is the motto of the SAS?
Never say die.
Angel,
I already gave my answer. Don't fucking crash.
Ben,
Hoorah.
That's the Marines.
No, that's the Marines.
I
Jeff.
know, but he had to steal it from somewhere.
I think it's Semperfi.
That's also the Marines.
Richard.
Who dares wins?
Correct.
Oh, nice.
Oh, of course. Fuck.
Angel, what is the name of the bulldog who features in the Tom and Jerry cartoon?
I couldn't remember. Is it Frank or Hank?
It is not. Ben.
Okay, then
I
I'll
put
take
down good boy. You know, who's a good boy? He's a good boy.
Jeff.
Ooh,
Brutus.
Richard.
Is it Spike?
It is Spike.
Oh, well done.
You see his dish.
I can't remember his dish.
It says Spike on it.
It's
Apparently we're not
Spike.
allowed to
In
research
fairness,
Foster in the middle
there
of it.
are
fucking-
technically two of these
He
dogs.
does have a kid.
Isn't
What's
he just
it
called
called?
Junior, though?
No, he had a different name. Can anyone
What
name
was
his
it?
kid? Bonus point. Who could name Spike's child?
Lee?
No, he's not looking for somebody to name it. Like, Spike's kid was called Tyke. Spike and Tyke.
Ah.
Aww.
That's cute.
Who's next? It's Ben. Ben. The cotton stuffed mattress laid out on the floor used as a bed. The word futon is derived from which language?
I didn't know, so I put down Chinese.
Jeff.
Japanese.
Correct.
Why did I think that was too obvious, so I went for Chinese?
I was thinking that one.
Same reason I went for poverty rather than night for nyctophobia.
And then Jeff, what is the name given to the ridges on the neck of a guitar or other instrument which divide the fingerboard into spaces, producing different notes?
Frets.
Correct.
Wow,
And
that one
s-
hurt. That one hurt.
Right.
and so at the end of that, Jeff, how did you do that round?
5.
Okay. Ben, how did you do?
Do points really matter?
I-
As long as we're all having
Right.
fun.
Right now, yes. What did it? Is it 0?
Yes, it's 0.
Cool.
Oh.
Angel.
I got 1.
Ganyu.
4.
Good job.
Uh,
And I'm not being sarcastic. I mean it. Good job.
I was going
Zaphod.
to
7.
So that is 15. So,
That's really impressive, actually.
so that brings the final scores. Angel is on 18. Zaphod is on 15. Snicket is on 14. Ganyu is on 11.5. And Ben is naming a round.
Oh boy.
So, Ben, November. Nope. November 2011. 2011? Jeez, what year is it? 2022. What year is it?
I just finished my first
Okay.
degree. God.
Does
What?
anyone have a
I feel old.
coin on them?
It's 22.
That wasn't for the sake of that answer, but I appreciate your gusto.
Cool. I will flip a coin for you. What have you
don't
got?
have a coin, no.
Well, if you flip a coin, then tell me whether you got heads or tails, because I have two options here, basically.
Tails.
Tails.
Tails. Okay, so the next one is going to be on the episodes of Tryhards by Tom Scar and his friends.
Okay, what was the heads option?
The heads was going to be the most random one I could think of, which is taking an option from Mitchell and Webb's Mitchell and Webb Look, and basically have a round of yes or no, where John would beforehand literally write down yes or no as the answers, and we literally go through as a 50-50 chance on every single one of the questions on whether or not it is yes or no.
See, for a second then I was going to ask if you could switch it to heads. I could stomach spending a month watching Mitchell and Webb stuff. Watching Tom Scar, on the other hand,
Yeah.
you
So
can't
what
pay
what
me
is
to watch that.
what is the round?
So it's going to be on Tom Scar and Friends Tryhards.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. I know even less of what that is than Genshin Impact.
It's on YouTube. I think there's about 6 videos at the moment, and it's of them trying different things, whether it be trying to make a film in a week, whether it's to try and survive as long as possible in their back gardens, using only a small box of items, or trying to make a last-minute cosplay effectively, and get the most photos taken. A few options are there along the way. But yeah,
Sure, well,
Tryhards.
I'll try hard to make that into a quiz topic. I might have to start putting some regulations on what actually gets made into quizzes.
Please, retroactively apply them.
So this quiz as well.
Um,
Not
I-
my fault you guys couldn't use Google.
I tell you
I'm-
what, when it comes to it, we could retroactively do it. In which case, I'll do it on Tom Scar. Just
No.
get a no in the background. You had a choice of 6 videos. Let's do his entire backlog.
I mean, I could do that. We could get him to do some questions for us.
Now that would be interesting.
You realize you've opened the gates to ridiculous shit like niche details about the siege of Constantinople in 1453.
I'm giving an option here. I'm giving a chance for the sake of, let's just say, about 6 videos on YouTube. You have every opportunity to look at them.
I'm going to
I think
add
that's a
the
Genshin Impact.
I feel the winner should get a veto on this.
I'm going to add that after this one, I'm going to add a veto that I can override it if it is too difficult or too niche. Especially because I have to come up with 10 questions.
All right, then go with
John,
it.
I think you've got the authority to do that right now.
Yeah, I
Wait,
don't-
wait. As the winner, can I use my veto and say let's go with that other yes/no option? Because that actually sounds like a lot more fun.
So in which
I'm not
case,
gonna
in the
throw that
future,
in there
everyone
as
has to
well.
Come up with 2 options, so that the first one of them can be shot down.
Well, no, because if you don't pick a niche option, it's not niche.
If you're getting a veto to say that it goes to the other option, then surely that means that
I mean, that does seem
Even if you-
fair.
you
You
have to
get
come
to
up with
pick
two
2
options.
options.
No, because then they'll game it. They'll be the ridiculous option they actually want, and they'll pick an even more ridiculous option, knowing that you'll veto the first one and therefore stick with the second one.
Well,
The
you have
veto
to
should
have
allow
the
you to
two
just.
You have to get the 2 options, like I've told you here. So it's not like a case of this is one and then holding the other one secret. You have to tell both of them, and that's effectively where the choice comes.
Yeah, but
Anyway, let's bicker like a bunch of housewives after the stream.
Right, once again, I'm in charge, and I will write out the quiz about what I want to write the quiz out about, and vaguely theme it around what the topic is if it becomes too
We're going to get a
niche.
set of rules written out now.
But we will see you in November at some point. I'll work out when in November, because we've got MCM between then and now, and there's going to be a lot of stuff we're doing between then and now that we might need to delay next month's quiz by a few weeks.
That'll be the month after then, won't it?
Well, a week.
Double December quiz.
Not double December quiz. There's not enough December.
We don't know enough quiz.
But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know we go live, a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. We have the following streams coming up, but also, as I mentioned, we are going to be at London MCM Comic Con at the end of the month. We are going to be selling lots and lots of fun things, and we are going to be doing a live play D&D game on the creator stage on the Saturday evening from 5:30 to 7 PM. If you are going to be at London MCM Comic Con, do come and say hello. If you are there on the Saturday, do come and see us playing the game. It'll be a lot of fun. But we also have the following streams coming up. Thank you for answering that, Jeff. Tomorrow evening, we will be playing Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage as the group continues to explore the Sargauth level of the dungeon. On Monday, I'll be back on the Minecraft Monday servers. Hopefully Chris will be feeling well enough to join me, and we will continue to expand our Applied Energistic network and start getting some proper auto-crafting in place. On Wednesday this week, I'm gonna be working on some Plate Up, which is a fun restaurant building game that is on Steam right now, where I'll be working front of house at a restaurant, Michael will be in the kitchen, and Sian and Sean are likely to duck between the two. Come and see as we build various interesting restaurants in difficult layouts and try to satisfy as many customers as possible. If you come along to the stream, you can take part because there is Twitch integration, which means you can show up to our restaurants. On Thursday, and probably other days in between, Angel will be playing some more Genshin Impact if you want to find out more of the answers to the questions that we had earlier this stream. And Jeff, on Friday, you're taking the DM's chair for the Horror on the Orient Express.
Yes, the party has reached Paris, and correct me if I'm wrong, Richard, you have this idea to break into a asylum for the criminally insane where you think there's somebody there who has been around for a very long time.
Yes.
Hope that goes well for you then.
Yeah.
Why does it sound like Richard's joining his people?
I'm speaking on behalf of the group.
So yeah, see how that goes. For them.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes on Friday. But for now, we're going to do a raid, and anybody have anybody live that we want to raid into? Or do we want to go with Variety Gamers UK, who is doing some more Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward?
Let's do some Variety Gamers UK because I've got nobody online really.
Cool. Go give Variety Gamers UK some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.